Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little chatty get ready with me story time situation. I just wanted to do some makeup that maybe I might do for Thanksgiving. I just really need to get ready, so I'm gonna do that. And what I have on my eyes right now is these South Main Under Eye Gels. They're supposed to reduce puffiness, dark circles, and moisturize the eye. It says leave them on for about 30 minutes. I've had them on longer than that because I got distracted. The only thing I didn't like about these was that the juice fell out of the package and it just got everywhere. Otherwise, they seem pretty nice. I made a homemade reflector. I don't know. I wonder if you can tell the difference. You can buy them and they're really cheap on like Amazon for $10. But I had this thing that I had from this box of wine. I just put aluminum foil on it. There's without it. There's with, okay. There is a little bit of difference. I already did my eyebrows and I'm going to prime my lids with the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. I never thought that this would make a difference, but it really does. Do I still have the mirror protector on this? I don't normally take the mirror stickers off of stuff, but it was actually really satisfying. Thanksgiving is this week, and I like Thanksgiving. I think it's a fun time. So I have a nice idea for today, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm just gonna take like a bone colored shadow. This is the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette. It's Set My Lids. You can literally use anything. This is what's right here in front of me. I couldn't decide if I wanted to use this palette today or the Naked Heat palette, but I was like, you know what? I haven't used my Naked Heat palette in a while, and I'm always using drugstore or affordable shadows because they are honestly my favorites. Every so often I'll splurge on a palette that I've had my eye on for a while, and it always takes me a while to buy it. Like the hype has to pretty much be completely dead on it before I even think about purchasing it, just because I don't want to buy it just because it's all hyped up and then look back and be like, probably shouldn't have done that. I am going to go in with the Naked Heat palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, Sauced, with a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to buff that pretty much everywhere. You know, it's transition shade. So I live in Alabama and have always lived here, so it's dressing here, not stuffing. Is that just a southern thing specifically? Let me know. Where do they call it stuffing? We don't call it stuffing because we're not stuffing the turkey with it. We don't stuff the turkey with anything. We just eat the turkey. Sometimes the dressing will have turkey or chicken or ham in it. I personally like it without it. I have not dipped into this palette in a minute. I think I forgot about how much I actually do like it. The first time I used it, I wasn't using eyeshadow primer, and I felt like it faded throughout the day. So I'm gonna use eyeshadow primer today. And I'm curious. I'm going to take a little bit more of a precise brush, and I'm going to take the shade Cayenne. I'm realizing now that this is a lot like a Get Ready With Me that I did a little bit ago with this palette, and it was like my first impression of the palette maybe? I don't know. I'm just out here. I'm just trying to live my best life. I was going to do a video on Black Friday, Cyber Monday releases and my recommendations and everything, but there are so many of those out there and I think they're all really good. I don't keep up with new releases quite enough to be the best person to ask. There is a couple of things that I'm really interested in. I know that Anastasia is releasing this like brow duo thing where it comes with the Brow Wiz and the clear brow gel. It's kind of like you're getting the clear brow gel for like $4 or something like that. I'm really interested in that because I love the Brow Wiz. I cannot have too many backups of it because I use it every single day. The clear brow gel is one of my favorite brow gels. I can't bring myself to pay like $22 for it. It's a lot, and so I just use drugstore normally. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush in the shade Chaser, and I'm gonna put that kind of all over my lid to brighten up the look. I really wanted to have a story lined up to talk about, and I thought and I was like, what do I have to talk about? I always want to do Friendsgiving. A lot of my friends, they're from out of state, and they go back home for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, so we don't do it. If I lived out of state and I wasn't gonna go home for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving is so perfect. I'm going to do something else a little different that I never do. Pray for me. So I'm gonna take this tiny little liner brush from Alamar Cosmetics, and I'm gonna take the shade Ashes, and I'm going to attempt to do a smoked out wing with the eyeshadow. We'll see how this goes. I'm trying my best to come up with some different looks and not just do the same thing over and over and over. I really want to do one of those unpopular opinion videos. I think those are fun. I watched Tarteist just a little bit ago. I think it might be fun to do it with someone because we've all got unpopular opinions. And I'm curious. I'm not mad about that. That doesn't look terrible. Let's see if we can do it on the other eye. I think I'm actually gonna go buy the last of my Christmas decorations today. I'm almost done buying what I'm gonna buy. I'm sure that once I get in like a house and not in an apartment, I'll like care a little bit more about decorating for Christmas and stuff, but it's just so small here. If I put too many decorations on, it just looks cluttered. I'm just gonna take that first brush we used and just kind of blend. No extra product. I'm gonna go back into Chaser and just highlight a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same color the skin, so I think that's all we're gonna do for that. Gonna go in with my one heck of a Blot primer. I was thinking about going in with my Makeup Revolution stick foundation, but I do not know if it is the right color. I'm gonna use my Too Faced Hangover RX primer on the rest of my face. So we're gonna take the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. It's F10. Oh girl, no, this is not gonna work. Just go in with the foundation that I know is gonna match me. It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation, and I'm in the shade F10, and that was F10, but somehow this one's lighter. I don't know. And I'm using my It Cosmetics Love is the foundation brush. You know, they say a brush is supposed to give you more coverage, but does it? I can't decide if I think it does or not. I think I like just a sponge better in general. I mean, I really like this brush. It's the only foundation brush I've ever found that I liked. I did my eyebrows today and I was blown away. How much hair had grown in such a short amount of time. Do you guys feel that way? Do you feel like one day your eyebrows are fine and then the next day you wake up and it's just like... I will say the most exciting thing to me about Christmas is gift giving. Like anyone else, I like to receive gifts too, but I feel like I love putting all the thought into it and picking it out. It's just exciting to me. I did go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer as well. I'm gonna take the LA Girl Pro powder and I use the shade Banana. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There's also some of the Makeup Revolution powder in this. I use this cap to dump the other powder in here, so it's all mixed. So I'm just gonna pat this underneath. I'm just gonna wipe away any excess powder, setting the rest of my face. Let's do the lower lash line before we finish the face. I'm gonna go into Sauced again and push that underneath my lower lash line. And I'm gonna take a pencil brush. I'm gonna take the shade Cayenne and put it closer to my lower lash line. I'm just gonna apply some mascara. I'm gonna go into the Tarteist Pro Glow To Go palette. I'm gonna use the Chisel shade. I'm gonna contour just a little bit with that. I got some new blackout curtains. If you watched my last vlog, you saw them. And I kind of like using them for videos because now my face looks more even because I don't have the sunlight coming in over here and making me think I'm more highlighted on this side than I am on this side and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. I'm just gonna use it to bronze up the skin. I always do a little across my nose. It kind of balances out my face. Now I'm gonna take this Laura Gellar Baked Blush in Brighten in the shade Tropic Hues. It doesn't take much of this. Look at that. Barely touched my face. Blend that out a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back into that Pro Glow To Go palette. I'm gonna take the shade Burst right there. And I'm gonna highlight with that. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brow bone. I like my brow bone and my regular highlight to match. Down the center of the face, just a hair. I'm gonna take some of this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist just to set everything in place. Now we're gonna go in with this lip color. This is the Ofra liquid lipstick in Verona. It's so good. I accidentally overlined my lips a little bit more than I usually do, but this is the finished look. I think I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I am. This is. For fuck's sake! I've talked about a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna go in. I don't know why my neck and my face are different colors. They shouldn't be. I just straight up just shoved that in my eye. Crunchy, munchy, bunchy.